Good morning, Mary Jared. Our names are Diana and Natalie. Here today, Oscar, Joshua, and Jocelyn are going to interview Mr. Downey, our superintendent of local district South.
Good day, Mr. Downey. We are Joshua,
Jocelyn, and Oscar.
We are so honored you are here to speak with Channel 93 today.
Well, I'm honored to be here. Thank you.
What do you do in LASD District South?
Well, I'm known as a local district superintendent. So I'm responsible for 148 schools, and they span from South Los Angeles and Watts all the way to San Pedro.
How hard is your job? Can you give us an example?
Well, sometimes you have to make tough decisions. So I'm responsible for the safety of our students and for instruction of our students. It's an opportunity. So one example is this past Friday, we had a chance to start a program where middle school students are now taking college courses. So that was a real highlight because, again, this is something that you will be able to experience before you graduate from the Los Angeles Unified School District. So we want all of our students not only to graduate, but we want to do our best to provide you with some opportunities for the future. So in terms of what's a day like, sometimes I have activities that I get to support that just make a huge difference.
We research all about you, and we know that you want all students to be safe. What are you doing to meet your goals?
Well, we've really improved, again, the climate of our schools. Because it's so important that when you and your family come to school, that you feel welcome. So every month I work with our principals and with our staffs about how can we make our schools more welcoming? How can we make sure if there is a problem, you know who to go to? If there's bullying, we're doing something about it immediately. And then instead of just suspending students as we have in the past, we're working to implement restorative justice and have opportunities for students to discuss their issues and problem solve.
Wow, that's really tough. In 4th grade, we have to practice semester in order to succeed. We read that you want better test scores. What advice can you give?
Well, the important thing is, and this is for all of us, is just making sure that every day when you're in school, you have engaging instruction. So what I mean by that is instead of, having students just sit in a room and the teacher is the only one who's talking, we want to make sure that you guys have opportunities to talk to each other, that you have hands-on opportunities, that you're able to do project-based learning, and that, again, you're interested in what you're learning. I'm a firm believer, and there's research to show that if we have this engaging instruction, and if it looks different for you than it does for you because of your different needs, you will learn and you'll do great on the test. The tests are just a measure of how well we're doing on a day-to-day basis with our instruction.
What message do you have for our mighty Jaguars?
Well, I'm proud of your mighty Jaguars because this is very innovative. And for you to be a 4th grade class and to broadcast and to do these interviews, you should all be very proud. This is something that's going to live on for years. You'll be able to look back on your work. But I'm going to use you as an example, and I hope to share the work that you're doing with other schools. Now I expect every school to be able to broadcast their news by 4th grade. So thank you for what you're doing. I would say to the Jaguars, keep it up. You have a beautiful school. It's getting better. I want to thank Principal Sanchez and the entire team here for their hard work every day on behalf of you students.
Thank you for coming here, Mr. Downey. We hope you have a spectacular day.
Thank you. And could I just say one more thing?
Yes.
So, I went to LA Unified Schools. So to see you guys, again, doing something like this, is very meaningful for me because by doing these interviews, by understanding the internet, by understanding a script, by some of the language and the questions that you go through to prepare for today, you're going to be very successful. And it's my job and everybody's job to make sure that when you go to the next level, again, you can take college courses as early as middle school and then high school, and you're going to be very successful. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Danny, for your important words. I'm glad to hear that you want every student to learn the best way they can. We all need to study so we can select the best career possible. As we continue our new teacher interview, we are now getting to know Ms. Nguyen, a 5th grade teacher.
Good morning, Mighty Gyros. Our names are Diana
And Esmeralda, we are continuing our interview with the new teacher. Here today is Ms. Nguyen, a 5th grade teacher.
Good morning, Miss Nguyen. How much have your 5th graders improved this year?
My 5th graders have improved a lot since the very first day of school, and I am very proud of them.
What do you do with your family?
Usually with my family, we do a lot of get-togethers, and recently we had a celebration. It's called Tet, so it's like Chinese New Year, and we come together, we eat, and we give each other red envelopes, and we do a little bit of gambling, but just for fun.
What are in those red envelopes, Miss Nguyen?
Usually there's money in those red envelopes.
We have. I want money. What have you learned as a new teacher to 93rd?
As a new teacher, I've learned that being flexible is the best thing, because a lot of things could come up and sometimes our plans don't go the way that they should.
Thank you, Miss Nguyen. Have an energizing day.
Thank you.
Back to the studio.
Here for STEAM series is Samantha and Ashley to discuss art and science. Channel 93 News team have a night out for nature and architecture.
Hello, our names are Ashley
And Samantha.
reporting on STEAM. Today we will be discovering art and STEAM.
Our prediction as art scientists was if art was already out there and we just have to train our eyes to see it.
So we took a photo walk to find art. Let's look at what we discovered as art scientists.
You be the judge. Did we just prove our hypothesis? Back to the studio.
You can't use that pencil. Well, why not? Because I said so.
Well,
no, but that's a permanent marker.
But I need it for my work. But I need it for my work.
No. Pencil. Here we will continue our whole series on communication. One way to communicate successfully is the work on restoring the justice circle. Here to explain that to us is Marjorie and Oscar.
Good day, Mighty Jaguars. Our names are Oscar
And Marjorie.
What is restorative justice? It is a way to solve a problem peacefully.
The harm and the counselors work together so they can be nice to each other again.
So remember to communicate through restorative justice.
Back to the studio.
I can't wait to an example for restorative justice in our next video. Here to talk about Rosa Parks is Giselle, Jacqueline, and Walford from Ms. Nguyen's class, a 5th grade class.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline.
Giselle.
Walfred.
For our Black History Month reports, we were researching about Rosa Parks. She was born on February 4, 1913 in Tuskegee, Alabama, where she lived with her mother, father, and her brother. She was born in times where African Americans and whites were segregated.
On December the 1st, 1955, she was arrested for refusing to give up her seat to a white man. Her arrest triggered the MIA, which is the Montgomery Improvement Association.
The boycott persuaded famous people to stand by her side, like Dr. Martin Luther King. This is one of the reasons she won the Martin Luther King Award. Later on, she was introduced to the Michigan Women's Hall of Fame. She made history by standing for her beliefs until her death. She died at age 92, 2005.
I hope you enjoyed our 3 reporters talking about Rosa Parks.
Thank you, Victory Reporters, for teaching us that Rosa Parks was a civil rights activist many times in her life.
Here is a spotlight student question for Ms. Rodriguez. Good morning, Mighty Jaguars. I'm Giselle,
Jenny, and Alessia.
reporting from Channel 93 News.
We have a special spotlight student with us today.
Christian, what room are you in?
15.
What good things you do in class?
Play.
Play what?
Blocks.
What do you like about kindergarten?
Play with toys.
What else? Do you learn anything?
Yeah.
What do you learn?
ABC.
What made you a superstar?
Blocks.
What do you build with the blocks?
Castles.
Castles?
Yeah.
Thank you for being a superstar with us today.
Back to the studio. Christian, you keep using those building blocks to succeed. Thank you for listening to our amazing reporters.